always something trying to get me when I'm trying to get on the live. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me make sure I got my water. Hey, 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 you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means? It means we are having community conversations. All right? Community conversations. So, I am so happy to be here this evening. Let me get my water. I was trying to clear off stuff on my desk. And I forgot to take a big old drink before I started, because y'all know I got to stay hydrated. But yeah, it's Wednesday, and like I said, I try not to do a lot on Wednesdays. I try not to do a lot on Wednesdays because I know that I need to be ready. I need to have a subject. I need to have something to talk about with you guys. And so I try not to do a lot on Wednesdays. But let me tell you, this Wednesday, this Wednesday was a booger. So, I do know what I'm talking about because, hey, Sophie, because last week when we talked, someone told me that they wanted information about treatment plans within the group home. So I know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm a little bit disorganized only because, like I said, today ended up being a lot. I ended up being gone most of the day, and then got in. I've had to have a couple of conversations with people. I talked to my lady that is working on grants for me. And then it just ended up being a whole thing today. So, you know, look, let me conversate with y'all before I get into this subject. So how's everybody doing today? I see Sophie on here. I can't see who else is on here, but it looks like it's a few people on here. So I can't really tell. If there's anything, if you don't know, if you've never, because I don't think I've seen Sophie on community conversations just yet, because we're still getting used to it. And that's the thing. When you start a new process, when you start something, you have to be consistent no matter what. You have to be consistent no matter if you're a little late. You have to be consistent no matter if a lot of people don't show up. You still have to be consistent. And I've always been that way. I've been consistent in what I do, and I feel like that is a part of my success. It's just no matter what, you show up. So if I was on here and nobody showed up, or nobody came on, or nobody watched my videos, guess what? I'm still going to keep showing up, because me speaking this out, me seeing the information that I'm, the notes that I've taken, me listening to myself, it's all going in and out of my gauges, and it's reinforcing myself, and it's building me up. So remember that in your group home business. No matter what, if your house is empty, keep encouraging yourself. Keep encouraging yourself. Keep talking. Keep reading the regulations. Keep looking at your files or whatever. Keep looking at your paperwork. Keep reading it out loud and talking positive, because those type of things really reinforce and build you up. And so it just keeps you going, because look, y'all should know, a few years ago, nobody was listening to me but me. I started out with an empty group home, just like everybody else. But because I was consistent and I showed up regardless of what the new process was, I still showed up. That's why, I ended up with a full group home, multiple group homes, full group homes, helping other people create group homes and their houses filled up. I praise God, because today I tell y'all, look, my nose start, y'all know when I get that burning in my throat and the nose start burning, I'm trying to get emotional, but I be trying not to now when I'm on camera. But man, it ain't nothing like getting a call from somebody that you helped. A call. And, you know, yes, she was a little frustrated when she left me a message today. She left me a message. Actually, she left me a message yesterday. But my day yesterday was busy. My day to this morning was busy. You know, I have children. Well, I have a 19-year-old who had a dentist appointment. And so I get there and it's all this stuff going on, you know, and so I told her, I said, oh, I forgot she called me the day before. I texted her and said, when I leave out of this dentist appointment, I'm going to call you back. And she said, okay. And so when I left the dentist appointment, because I try to be a person of my word, I called her back and she was frustrated, you know, but I praise God that she said, Myrrie, I'm not complaining. My house is full. 10 people. She said, it's full. I did what you told me to do. She said, but this is what I need. So she was asking me about this organization, you know, where she could pay money to get information from them. I said, well, tell me exactly what you want. Tell me what you, and if I can share it with you, because she was my premium client. I don't want her to have to come out of any more money if she doesn't have to. Now, if it's something I feel like will help her, of course, you know, I'll be honest with her. I said, but if it's something that I can share with you that can spark something or bring something out of you that you don't know, then I'm going to share it with you. Because you're a premium client. She was one of my first premium. She was like my second premium client. And so she told me what she was frustrated about. And I said, girl, I gave her a couple of, you know, nuggets, went through some stuff, told her what to do, make a list, check it twice. And she was like, oh my God. She said, that's why I love you, because you just be, yeah. I said, well, I don't want you to have to spend thousands of dollars to go to somebody else's event when I feel like when you're a premium client, I give you everything. I give you everything I have when you're a premium client. So I felt like I had gave her everything. So if there's frustration, then it's something that she doesn't know that I gave her, that I gave her. And so I just had to refresh her memory. And once I refreshed her memory and told her the things to do, she was like, oh my God. She said, I'm going to do what you told me to do. And I'm going to, you know, I'm going to see what happens. I said, okay, well, make sure you check back with me. Because my thing is, with people that have been in my mentorship, that have been in my, you know, were my premium clients, when they come, if they come or reach out to me, I give them access to me, because I feel like if you trusted me enough to invest in your future and give me the opportunity to help you with your future, then I want to be there for you, you know? So I talked to her. Then I had another, you know, mentee, because I do have 1-year mentees that get emergency calls. So she called me. So I called her back today. I was saying all this to tell y'all all this stuff I did today. And so I called her back and she was like, well, you know, I hope nobody else is in the car with you. And I said, well, my son is. So I'll call you when I get home. So when I got home, I called her and had a nice conversation with her. And so I say this to say, I had a full day today. and then I had a couple of, like I said, business calls once I got home. And it's not that it was like a lot, but it was back to back. Like I got up this morning, got dressed, took him to the dentist, and then bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah. And then we did have to stop at the mentorship office, in Arizona before we came here, which took up probably about an hour or two. So Yes, I had a full day. Hey, Derek. Derek, what you doing? You supposed to be on vacation. So today we are getting into treatment plans. Treatment plans. So that is what was asked of me. And so I just wanted to share with you guys things that you should have on your treatment plan, because that was the question that was asked. What does a treatment plan entail? A treatment plan could actually be named different things depending on what state or what agency you work for. So it might be a ISP, which is an individual service plan. What's another name? IPs, individual plans. There's not a lot of different names, but there's a few different names. I can't think of them right now. But it is going to be the plan for your client. It is going to be that plan that you need to stick with, that you need to update depending on who your client is and where you're at. Now, someone, Arizona group home, SMI client, behavioral health, that type of thing, we have to update our service plans. We have to go through and go do like a reassessment of our service plans, either every 30 days or every 90 days, depending on the client, if they're court ordered, what their diagnosis is, things like that. So, just to let you guys know, hey, John. So some of y'all I can see. I can't see if anybody's making any comments, but I can see that a few people have came on here. Hold on a second. My phone ain't working with me today. There we go. Okay. All right. Hey, Miss Sama, how you doing? Hey, is it niecey or nephew? I'm so glad I figured it out. It's heavy. Oh, heavy on the privates. How you doing? Yeah, y'all names be different on here than they do on Instagram sometimes. So yeah, sometimes I don't be knowing who y'all are, but I am glad that you were able to show up. I was so lost in the sauce last week. Like, wait a minute, where's she at? Yes, 5 o'clock on Wednesdays in the community. I'm no longer doing YouTube. Now my YouTube guy will be posting, clips here and there on YouTube, but the majority of this is just for people within the community. Okay? Just for us within the community. We're going to keep it secret, okay? We're going to keep it secret. We're not going to share. This is just for y'all. So, basically, a treatment plan kind of breaks down goals. What your goals, what your objectives are for the client. Okay, so it's going to contain things like the resident information. So you may have to put the name, maybe their diagnosis, maybe date of birth, stuff like that. Whatever you put on your treatment plan. Now, while I'm doing this, I have my treatment plan pulled up. So I'll tell y'all what's in my treatment plan. My treatment plan has the resident's diagnosis, and also the objective target date is at the top. It has the access number. That's our Medicaid number. That's kind of like the number that we go by. It has the name and it has the date in the information section. So those are just some things, I'll put out there that are on my actual treatment plan. Okay, so you are going to want to put down, you want to summarize the physical and mental health evaluation, including the diagnosis. So that's going to be a part of the treatment plan, the assessment and diagnosis. That's going to evaluate the resident's abilities for daily living, like their social skills, their cognitive functioning, things like that. You want to put their short-term goals. You also want to put their long-term goals. These are things that have to be measurable, okay? Things that The short term should be within 3 months, so 90 days. The long term is going to be like 6 to 12 months. But you want to make sure that it is measurable. And an example of that would say if someone is not brushing their teeth, and this could be a goal, honest to God. If they're not brushing their teeth at all, and their dentist has said their teeth are going to rot, they need to brush their teeth twice a day, blah, blah, blah. One of the goals could be JJ is going to brush his teeth once a day. Okay? Once a day means that he is going to brush his teeth 7 times in 7. If he only does that 5 times out of 7, that would mean that he is only, what? Let me see. 85% or whatever. He only met that goal 85%. 100% would be 7 times a week. You get what I'm saying? Or 1 time a day. Yeah. You can measure it by week is what I'm saying. So that is kind of like a goal. And trust and believe, some clients will have goals like that. They will have goals to brush their teeth. They will have goals to keep their brief dry. There will be goals like that for some clients. So you have to meet people where they're at. You know, so don't think when I say that, like, who would make a goal like that? No, trust and believe that some of these people do have goals like that. And that's okay. And you encourage them to meet those goals. Hey, you know, JJ, did you brush your teeth today? Or you could, a goal could be, he will do this without prompting. Even though you tell him Monday and Tuesday, hey, JJ, you didn't brush your teeth, go brush your teeth. If he didn't do it without prompting and his goal is to do it without prompting, then he didn't meet that goal for the day. So you have to be that detailed, because something like that can mean the difference between a client that really needs to stay in your house and that doesn't get to, and a client that really needs to stay in your house and does. So it can come down to that. I'm just being honest with you guys, because your norm is not their norm. And so you have to realize that, and you have to relay that to your employees, because you'll have employees sometime that'll be like, oh, they had a good day. Oh, because that's their norm. But if they're delusional, you need to say, even though every single day JJ might be talking to the person in the corner that ain't there, that may be normal. He may not be violent. Nothing wrong with it. He just sits there talking to the person in the corner. Well, but guess what? That's not normal. So you need to document JJ did what he did yesterday. He's sitting there talking to an imaginary person in the corner. Because the minute you stop saying that JJ is doing that, and that is JJ's norm to you, oh, JJ had a good day. He was okay. And JJ over there all along talking to somebody in the corner that ain't there. Guess what? Sooner or later, they're going to say, you know what? This isn't medically necessary because JJ's fine. And you're like, well, no, JJ's delusional. He's talking to somebody in the corner that's not there. Well, you kept saying all your documentation says JJ was fine. So do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand? Throw some pink hearts in the chat or something if y'all get what I'm saying. You have to really document what's going on with people. Even if it is their norm, it's not normal. Therefore, you need to document it, because guess what? It could be the difference between you keeping that client, which I'm not saying keep a client if they're meeting goals. What I'm saying to you is, if these people are delusional, you do not want them to be out trying to live a normal life when you know they're not ready. So that's what I'm saying. Okay? he still needs to be right. He still needs to be, JJ still needs to be here because he keeps talking to that person in the corner that ain't there. Exactly, Sophie. So yes, so I'm just giving you guys an example of things that would count as a goal. Things like that. Lulu needs to fix her bed. Because honestly, that's a big part of my life. So I made it a big part of my business. When my clients get up, they need to fix their bed. So the goal is to fix your bed every day. That's a part of daily living. That is going to assist you. My mom used to always tell us that helps you to meet a goal the minute you wake up. That's a win. Makes you feel better. So when I get out of my bed, when I'm like at home or wherever in a hotel, I fix my bed because that's a win for the day. So guess what? You want JoJo and Maria to fix their bed too. Set it as a goal because that is a win for them. And you explain to them that is a win. So these are the type of things I'm just telling y'all that I put in my treatment plans. And then the objectives, step-by-step targets to help the resident achieve each goal. Each objective should be clear, achievable, and time-bound. Okay? So clear. When Maria gets up in the morning, her responsibility before she comes to breakfast is to fix her bed. That's time bound. That means when you get up, fix your bed. So within the few minutes of you getting out of bed, you should not be doing anything else. Yeah, some people have to go use the restroom as soon as they get up, stuff like that. But fix your bed. And that is achievable. It is clear. It is achievable. It is time bound. So I'm not saying that these are the type of goals you want to always put on there. I'm giving you guys simple examples so you'll see what you need to do when you're doing a treatment plan. Okay? All right. So, treatment and interventions and services. You want to put medical care, details on any medications, medical treatments, regular appointments needed, therapeutic services. So things like specific therapies, if they need to go to like occupational therapy or if they need to go to physical therapy or something like that. Speech therapy. We've had clients that had speech therapy. So it's just going to depend on the client and what type of clients that you have. Behavioral interventions. Describe behavior management strategies, including techniques for promoting positive behaviors and addressing negative behaviors. So, hey, if Larry does not do, if Larry has not a crisis, but if Larry lashes out and screams at the group today, then Larry will miss his smoke break. That's addressing negative behaviors. So you can't like withhold food from people or anything like that. But a smoke break is not mandatory. Smoking is not for your life. So things like that, you can address his negative behavior by saying, this is the behavior intervention that we're going to put in place. So we're promoting positive behaviors by saying, hey, you don't need to scream at people, because if you do scream at them, which is a negative, you're not going to have a smoke break. And if smoking is important to Larry's not going to scream at people. He's going to think twice about it. So behavioral interventions, and then skills development. Plan for life skills training, such as personal hygiene, cooking, budgeting, and social skills. Those are the type of things that we train people on, or I would say we give skills training on within my group homes. Because a lot of times when people come to you, when they're dealing with mental illness, one of the things that go is personal hygiene. That is one of the specific reasons why my nonprofit gives personal hygiene products, because that is one of the first things a lot of people neglect is their personal hygiene. And then cooking is a skill. A lot of people, y'all don't know, a lot of people don't know how to cook. It's a lot of people that do not know how to cook. There are people in group homes that just never learned because their family maybe didn't trust them, or maybe they've been homeless for years, or whatever the case may be. They don't know how to cook. Budgeting is a big issue within the mental illness community, because a lot of, not a lot of times, but there are times where people have been taken advantage of and they don't know how to constructively budget their own money. They don't know how to manage it to where, hey, if I move out on my own, this money is going to last me all month long. You get what I'm saying? So, and then social skills. Some people don't know how to socialize or be social or to deal with others. And you have to help train them on how to constructively, I'm going to use that again, deal with other people. Okay? Let me take a drink break. All right, let me go back. I think I had a question and I missed it. Thank you for the pink hearts, Mahogany. Okay, so Sophie says, where do you get the head start for what to add in their goals? Is it from what facility they came from before? Yes, it could be. It could be, because if they came from like another group home, you're going to get some type of history on them. So you may see an old treatment plan. It may have came from the mental health hospital. It just kind of depends on what type of clients. The thing is, we have clients from all kinds of different homes, children's homes, all kinds. But you can look at people's history in order to establish goals, or if you have nothing to work with. The way that what we would do is to kind of see how they function within that first day. So if they come in and throw their stuff on the floor and just be all messy, or if they're quiet, so you would maybe throw in goals to go with that. So if they're messy, then you'll be like, okay, well, so Sophie is messy. You're not going to say they're messy, but you'll say Sophie's goal is to keep her room clean, every day until the next blah, blah, blah. Until the next meeting or treatment target date. If they come in and they're quiet and they're not social, Sophie's going to try to talk to one person in the home per day, or Sophie's going to help cook meals 2 times a week within the home, or something like that. So you just kind of go do it. If you don't have any type of history to go off of, you just create goals their first time. Then while they're in the home, you kind of get to know them, and then you'll know what to base their goals on. That way your next meeting, you already have some stuff in order to get their goals going. But good question, Sophie. Look at my niece now. Hey, Tahara. All right, so let's see. Sometimes they cut off when y'all write me stuff, they cut it off, and I can't see it. Tahara, if you can write it again, they done cut your okay, you messaged me today. Okay, I'll have to check my messages. Sorry. I was just on here telling them how my day was like back to back to back today. So yeah, so I'll check it. Hey, Kearney. And so, yeah, so those are the type of things, sections that you'll have. Ours, we list a little different. I told you I'm going to go back and forth between the notes I took on what you should write and then our actual treatment plan. So ours says identify need to address. It has specific objectives, current measure. Your current measure might be 50% because we do percentages. Okay, specific services and frequency, strengths used. Meaning what strengths did you use to complete those? And then desired measure. So current measure, they might be at 50%. We want them at 80%. So that's what our desired measure is. And then achieved measure. What did they actually achieve? So we may say the specific objective is for him to brush his teeth Monday through Friday because he has to go to a program. So our current measure is he's only brushing his teeth on Friday. So that makes it 20%. Specific services and frequency. We need to get him to brush his teeth because the people at the program are saying that his teeth has food in it when he comes in. The strengths used. He is intelligent enough to brush his teeth. I'm just giving y'all an example. Desired measure. We want him to be at 100%. Achieved measure. He only did it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Therefore, he got 60%. Okay? Then you put measure met. Did he meet it? Well, no, because we wanted him at 100%, and he's only at 60. So, no, he did not meet it. Okay? And so that's kind of how we fill out ours. And then identified needs. So we do multiple goals. That's how we put it on there. We do multiple goals. So those are the type of things you want to put for your goals and objectives. Then also too, like I said, treatment, intervention, and services. You also may want to put their daily routines and activities. Like I said, he goes to a program. So this is what the program telling us is that he comes to the program with stuff all in his teeth and nobody wants to see it. So structure schedule. Outline the resident's daily and weekly schedule, including meals, therapy sessions, recreational activities, and personal times. I know I've seen this a lot when they put down like everything with the DDD community because everything has to be measured out. Not so much in my homes, the SMI, but yes, DDD and kids. Kids, we had to do a little bit more structured scheduling. Recreational and social activities. Plan for activities that support social interaction, physical health, and personal interests. That may be on the treatment plan or individual service plan or individual plan or whatever they call it in your area. Okay, I'm just saying treatment plan because we call it treatment plan in our area. All right. Support system and resources. Family and community involvement. Specify the role of family members, guardians, and other significant individuals in the treatment process. You want to always include the team. Okay? Always include the team. They call it different things in different areas. So I'm not going to go all into that, but you'll know who the team is when it comes to the parents, the case manager, the psych doctor, or whoever's involved, the nurse practitioner. You want to outline the role of a case manager or social worker, it may be a social worker too, in coordinating care and connecting the resident with additional resources. And then crisis and emergency plan. You always want to include emergency contacts, any type of crisis intervention plan, maybe if there's a protocol or anything like that, if there's something you need to manage an emergency. Because sometimes it's not always the same for everybody. And then a safety plan, because some people may need a safety plan. Things like risk factors, things that may set somebody off, or things that you know that this person doesn't like, therefore you don't do it. Specific strategies for preventing harm, those type of things. Monitoring and evaluations. You want to put progress notes, a review schedule. When I say review schedule, I'm like, okay, we're having this team meeting on February 13th. And then you put a schedule of when you're going to do the next one. You're always thinking ahead. Just like with us being in a SMI house, a birth, we always have to have a discharge plan. Always. When they come into the house on day one, you have to have a discharge plan. So those type of things have to go within your treatment plan, because you always have to be talking about I'm just saying, in Arizona as a birth, that is a requirement that we always have a discharge plan. So you always need to be thinking ahead on what's going to happen if this person discharged today. That may not be the fact in your home, especially if it's like a kid's home. They're not going to be talking about, discharging and things like that. But I'm saying you need to know what is required in your type of home. And then the outcome measures, specific indicators for evaluating the resident's progress and the effectiveness of the treatment interventions. Okay, so behavioral improvements, skills, health status, things like that. You need to know the outcome measures. Okay, if they have 4 blisters on their feet, you need to know, what are we looking for? Are we looking for all 4 blisters to heal? Or are we looking for 2 of the blisters to heal because of where the other 2 are, they're not going to heal? I'm talking about mental, physical, everything. That treatment plan needs to cover everything. And then consent and signatures. So resident consent in some cases, are the legal guardians, and then the staff signatures. You always want to have the healthcare providers, whatever therapist or BHP or whoever needs to sign in your type of home. That is what is needed. Okay. And so I'm just looking over here with ours. We require 4 signatures. The person or their guardian, the case manager of that person, the BHP, which is our behavioral health professional, and then the staff that is on staff. We require 4 signatures and dates. So you need to know what your regulations state, what is required, and then 2, what is in your policies. Okay? Because everything has to go together like this. You can't be, if I say all these people have to sign and then I only have 2 signature lines, that's not coinciding with the regulations or the policies. And you always want to be in compliance. Okay? So really, look, someone wanted me to go over treatment plans. That is what is basically required in a treatment plan. All right. Did anybody else have any questions? Any questions? Oh, John says, we did exact things while working in the juvenile detention center for 30 years. So y'all did treatment plans too, John? It's probably, yeah, I could see that being like a requirement. Like they may call it something different, but having a plan with anything, having a plan when you're doing treatment with somebody, or having a plan in your business, heck, having a plan for your life. You know what I'm saying? All of this, honestly, I'll be telling y'all, A lot of stuff can be applicable to business and to life. It just can. It's just how you run. I guess it will be how you run your life. I guess that, and I run my life kind of like a business. Yes, ma'am. And you, okay. All right. So yeah, I could see that being, in a detention center or some type of penal system or something like that. Do you know where I can learn billing? Do I know where you can learn billing? Well, you can read billing up. You can learn billing on your own. You can learn billing by reading. What state are you in, Kearney? What state are you in? I taught myself how to bill. I looked up the billing manual for, what was it? I think it was under Arizona Department of Health. I looked up the billing manual and I read through it. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy. I read through it for about a good month and then I billed myself. So Virginia, how do you learn billing? I mean, yeah, I would say contact the agency that you get the clients through and ask them, do they have any type of billing training? Now, I'm going to tell you, I did that with Arizona. I called them and I said, do y'all have training for billing? And they said, yeah. And I went in for this training and it was the stupidest training ever. It really was. That lady didn't know what the heck she was talking about. And that's when I just pulled up the manual and I read it myself. I was just like, she was the worst teacher ever. Like ever. So I'm not going to say it's going to always go right. But yeah, you could call the agency. Yeah, you could call the agency. It's an adult day support center. Call the agency and tell them, do they have some type of billing training? Or can they connect you with someone? Don't be afraid, you guys. Don't be afraid to reach out to these agencies. Don't, because honest to God, it's their responsibility. You know why? Because the most important thing in all of this, what's the most important thing? Can anybody tell me? Put it in the comments. What is the most important thing in all of this that we do? You're welcome, Kearney. I'm going to wait because I want y'all to answer that. What's the most important thing in everything that, you know what? Had to come from one of my prime mentees, okay? Thank you, Kearney. It's the client. The most important thing is the client. So don't be afraid to reach out and hold these agencies accountable and tell them, I'm taking care of your client. Like, it ain't about me. It ain't about what you want to do. It's about this client. And I cannot feed, house, and do the things that I need to do for the most important thing in both of our lives if you don't help me. So help me help you. You know? And that just makes me mad because a lot of times people don't want to reach out to the agencies. But I'm telling y'all, I was in a room full of all of them yesterday. And that was one of the things that we brought up. Is like, it ain't about us. It ain't about how I feel. It ain't about how you treated me or if I'm mad or whatever. It's about the client. So let's respect each other enough to take care of them because they're the most important thing. Neither one of us would be here had not it been for the client. But I thank y'all because I was like, if somebody say the money, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. Y'all know I like to fight. But no, that's right. The patient, the client, definitely the most important thing. So don't ever feel like, you know, that you can't reach out and hold them to the fire, because you have to get to the money in order to take care of the client. You just can't do it from air. Everything costs. Like, everything costs. And so, man. But yeah, so what's going on, y'all? Anybody else have any questions? I'm all ready to fight and everything. Anybody have any questions? Let me put it out there, because I have a few things going on. For one, let's get some more people in this community. If y'all see my post about the community, go ahead and share it out. It don't take nothing to share out, you know, my post or share out my story or whatever it is. If you want me to send you, a picture, share it out so we can get more people within the community. And then also too, y'all know what I'm always saying. Let's discuss within the community. Let's collaborate. Let's talk to one another. Don't let it be a time that someone posts something in the community and nobody says anything. Like, when I post a new mentee, y'all should be on there like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, let's encourage one another. Let that mentee know, because they invest. These mentees invest money. They invest time to be a part of my mentorship. So if you see me post them, hey, congratulations. You took, you know what I mean? I'm working on that. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to encourage you. And then also too, my employees that are taking their time to pour into you guys, make sure that you are encouraging them, because I don't know if y'all know how hard, heck, Miss Latoya and Miss Myrrie, very, very hard workers. Miss Latoya runs up and down mountains for us. She really does. But when I asked her, would she do a follow-up Friday, because that's a big thing in my organization, and she was like, oh my God, I feel honored that you asked me to do it. Y'all encourage her. This is a single mom that takes care of her family, works multiple jobs. She doesn't just work for me, which I'm mad about, but but she works multiple jobs, and she still takes the time to get on here, and she tells y'all, why am I getting emotional over Miss Latoya? But she tells y'all, if y'all have any questions that y'all want to send to me, I'll answer them. She is taking her time out to pour into you guys. So make sure, thank you, Mahogany, because they do. If you listen to I listen to their videos and I be like, well, dang. I've been mentoring them on speaking and didn't even know it. But no, they really, really do. It just makes my heart full that these two women that, you know, came to work for me, and now they're pouring into my community. I don't pay them anything for this. Of course, yeah, y'all know I always do special stuff for my people, but they don't get like a paycheck or anything to do these videos for y'all and to come on here every week. They don't get anything. So give them their accolades, give them their flowers, and let them know if something resonates with you. Hey, I really like that subject you talked about. If you don't like it, hey, I didn't really like that. Can you talk about this? Encourage them, okay? Encourage them. Because when they're both just now getting started, like as speakers, basically, you would say. And it just, when people encourage you, it gives you another, like a push to keep showing up And I don't want them to stop because they be giving me gems. I know Mahogany. I'm like, shoot, they be giving me gems. So y'all encourage them. And thank y'all for showing up, Wednesday. Like I said, this is something new. A lot of people wanted me to stay on YouTube, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep doing it because people tend to expect a lot out of you. And it's like, I like smaller, more intimate. Y'all know, I don't like all that. I like smaller, intimate. Not that I'm not going to keep my YouTube channel or nothing like that. It's not going anywhere. But I would rather do it within this small community. I would rather show up for you guys. And I would rather us get more people into this intimate, private, where no one can just go in there and watch it whenever they want, but it's just for us. So that's what I'm trying to do. My apologies. I haven't been on to watch their videos. I'll do better. Thank you, Lakeisha. You're so sweet. Thank you. Yes. Y'all go back. Watch their videos. Make comments. Even if it's just, thank you for that video today or whatever. Just make comments and encourage them because it really means a lot when you're speaking to people, and they say something. I'll be saying that sometimes. I'll be like, can y'all just make a comment? Because you don't be knowing if what you saying is it's like, I don't want things that I say to go out void. And when you put something out and nothing comes back, and not that I'm doing it to get attention, or I don't want y'all to think of it the wrong way, but I'm just saying, I want to be giving people something of value. And I want them to be giving people something of value. So if you feel like it's not valuable, then let me know. And then, we can tweak it a little bit. But so far, especially the ABCs of group homes, I'm like so impressed with Miss Myrrie. Miss Myrrie, that's my girl. So I'm so impressed. And the thing is, like I said, if you guys are planning on having group homes, you have my group home house manager. She has won a group house manager of the year 2 years in a row. So she is like my best house manager. And then you have my chief operations officer at your disposal, to where if y'all need questions answered, that that they will do it. And then they be wanting to give y'all everything. And I was like, Miss Myrrie, you cannot, that's against protocol. Because the thing is, y'all have to understand, I have partners in my business. Well, I have a partner in my business. So everything that I have, if I did not create it and it's from my business, my main business, I can't give it to you unless I get permission, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And so Miss Myrrie, somebody had asked for something and Miss Myrrie was gonna send it to him. I said, Miss Myrrie, you can't send that, because I had already talked to my partner and they was like, no, no, we can't share that. And I was like, oh, okay. It is what it is. But Miss Myrrie was ready to give it. So I'm saying, they be wanting to give it all to y'all. And it's like, I have restrictions and I try to abide by, boundaries that have been set. I try to abide by it. And so, because I try to be a person of my word, y'all. And so, so I'm telling y'all, Miss Latoya and Miss Myrrie, they here for it. They are here to support you guys and encourage you guys. And so I just ask that you guys do the same for them. Watch their videos, make comments, like their videos, whatever. And just, encourage them. They truly love what they do. And they do. And I love that they love what they do. I love when they tell me, you such a good boss. I love that, because I always want to be, I tell y'all all the time, I love what I do. And I'm glad that overflowed to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to work for me that hate what they do, because it's going to show. And my business is pretty, it flows. It's pretty, we encourage one another, and we're pretty supportive. And I don't want to always say, I used to always say we like family, but then I start to understand that some people don't like their family. so we just a group of people that encourage and support one another. All right. All right. So I usually watch. Well, good. I'm glad. Krista, they be dropping gems. So I told y'all about that. I told y'all about encouraging them. I told y'all about share. When you see the community post, share it out with people so we can get some more people in the community. And then if you are in Arizona, or if you will be in Arizona, December the 13th, my nonprofit, which is the L3 Integrated and Mental Health Behavioral Health Foundation. Sorry, I'm saying it too fast, but it goes by LIMB, like LIMB, LIMB, because I just figure we're all, a part of the body. We're all a limb. So L3 Integrated Mental and Behavioral Foundation. And then I created that in honor of my sister. And so my nonprofit will be sponsoring an event here in Arizona. It is a holiday celebration. It's December 13th. And so I will post it. And it's absolutely, you just show up. It's absolutely free. It's going to be an event hosted by my nonprofit. And so if you are here in Arizona, please put that on your calendar, because I would love to meet you guys in person. And it's going to be, a little food, little drink, some like gifts, dancing, couple of awards, but it's all for my nonprofit, like I said. And so I would love for you to come out and be a part of that. So like I said, it's December 13th. It starts at 7:00. And if you want additional information because you are in Arizona, please hit me up, because I will be very, very excited to share that with you. We should start getting that information out about, what's today? Wednesday, probably Saturday. What do you think, Krista? We can do it by Saturday. We'll get the info out by Saturday, so that people can plan accordingly. But I'm excited. This is my first holiday event for my nonprofit, and so I'm very excited about it. I met you, but I don't mind being in the Queen. Okay, Lisa, come on. Lisa, you coming in from Ohio to spend a holiday with me? Girl. So yeah, that would be nice though. But it's December 13th, you guys. I do have a couple of people, because I put it out to like my family members. So I do have a couple of people coming into town, which I was like, oh my gosh, that's exciting. And then I was telling Krista just today, I was like, man, I wish you could come. I wish you could come. But Esther will be coming into town. If you guys don't know, Esther is my partner in the consulting business, and she is a licensed social worker. She will be coming to town for the celebration, but it's going to be nice. I've already had Spectacle Booths donated a photo booth to me. I'm looking for a DJ. I want it to be really nice. And so, not like nice, like, I'm going to tell y'all, some of these parties I be seeing, it's just too much. I'm not a over the top decorator. So when I say nice, I'm talking about the environment. I'm talking about just nice people, loving each other and just having a good time and just having clean fun. That's what I mean when I say nice. So don't think you gotta wear some 3-piece suit. Look, that's old school. 3-piece suit or a tuxedo. I'm not saying nice like that. Ain't nobody pulling up in no Lambo or nothing like that. I just want it to be a nice, cool environment where we could just kick back, have some fun, have a good time. And so that's what I mean when I say nice. And so I hope that some of you guys can. Lisa, I just moved to Cleveland. Oh, okay. Okay, so Lisa, look, y'all networking in the comments. Y'all know I like that. When is the next webinar for health professionals? You know what? I just talked to Esther today. I was supposed to start marketing for that on the 15th. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I've been studying for this insurance test and it is kicking my butt. So I totally forgot. So that'll be coming out probably tonight. I'll probably get it out tonight. I'll do it myself because Kirby sent me the stuff a couple of weeks ago and I forgot about it. So yeah, so I'll post it tonight, Kearney, and that way you guys can go ahead and book for the licensed professional group home hack is what it is, you guys. And so, yep, being in the rooms, networking, brushing shoulders is fine with us. Having a good time. That's right. That's right. Having a good time. I am not having anything in Maryland or DMV right now, John. My next event is, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I have like cut back on traveling a lot. And I would tell you guys, the community, the reason why. It's my daughter's last year. It's my last child. She's my baby. And it's her last year. And so I made the choice to kind of cut my schedule and only do like a couple of things that I had committed to a long time ago. And I've been getting invited to so much stuff. And I'm like, I'm really trying to kind of do it around her schedule. So I do have a speaking event in Savannah, Georgia, which is going to be November 1st and 2nd. And that is with the Woman and Woman organization. So I'll be in Savannah, Georgia, November 2nd. And then I have like a holiday thing for Thanksgiving. I'll be in Memphis, but that's like family. I'm not speaking or anything. And then I don't have anything else, I don't think, till March. Because I'm really trying to be here. She's a cheerleader. And she cheerleads for football and basketball. So I'm really trying to... Somebody said them nails are very cute. Well, thank you. But yeah, so I really been trying to stay around the house for real. I've been spending a lot of time in my office. But yeah, so nothing in Maryland or the DMV right now. But who knows? And I'll probably, like I said, I probably won't do any traveling until after this November 1st until March. Okay? Yeah, cheerleader. I know. She a big, thick cheerleader. But she be doing her thing, y'all. She be like, Mom, don't record me. I'm like, okay, I won't. But yeah, I'm just trying to, this last one, this last child, I'm telling y'all, whew, she was different than the rest. So I'm just trying to be supportive and pull back. You gonna go through Grum? I've already been going through withdrawal. Y'all know that's one of my things. I like to travel. I I slip out of town and y'all don't even know it, because sometimes I can't tell y'all where I'm going, but no, I love to travel. I just love being able to pick up and go, and just show up somewhere, stay a few days, go somewhere else or whatever. But yeah, I'm cool too with just staying home and being mom. So so yeah. But I mean, if that's it, you guys, if no other questions or whatever, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. We had fun. I had fun. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, share. I'm gonna go ahead and post the info on the licensed professional training. So make sure you guys share that, especially if you know any licensed professionals. And I think that's it. Don't forget, we have a chat. So if you guys have any questions, or if you have any subjects that you want me to go over on this community conversation call, go ahead and put it in the chat. If you don't, I will just pull. I have a whole list of different things that I can talk about, and I'll just pull from the list. So I can cater to you, or I can just pull from the list. It doesn't make a difference. I will be here for community conversations, you guys. So thank you for joining me. You guys have a great night. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Bye. Good night, you guys. You're welcome, John.